Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the champions.
A golden moment for Jamie Salé and David Pelche. Whose anthem will play tonight? Welcome to Day 4 at the Worlds.
He's the three-time world champion, the Russian gladiator. Wounded but still fighting, Alexei Yagudin stunned the skating world with his courage Tuesday night, fighting through pain and putting himself right back in the hunt. He is the main rival, Evgeny Plashenko. He showed no mercy for his wounded comrade. A brilliant performance in the short leaves him alone in first place. But don't count out American Todd Eldridge, looking for his second world title. It's all on the line tonight on CTV. CTV Sports proudly presents coverage of the 2001 World Figure Skating Championships from General Motors Place in Vancouver. That was the moment when Jamie and David first saw their marks and found out they had beaten the Russians and had ultimately won their first world title. David Pelche later said now he knows why they call it the kiss and cry. He did a lot of both last night. Hi, everybody. Welcome to CTV's coverage of the Worlds, where this city is still buzzing over last night's pairs competition. Here are some of the pictures and images from after we went off the air as Jamie and David soaked up the moment, the gold medals going around their necks here at home in Canada. After her bitter disappointment last year in France, Jamie said she wanted to use the energy from the Vancouver crowd to her advantage, not be intimidated, and she certainly wasn't. They went out and nailed it. They were congratulated both by their parents. There's David saying hello to Mom and Dad. Jamie with her mother, Patty, at ringside. David mentioned his mother as well in the press conference afterwards, saying, I got to thank my mom for getting my butt out the door when I was a kid, when I didn't want to figure skate, and now he and his partner Jamie are world champions. More storylines to develop tonight, 2 hours of coverage for you. We will show you the original dance and the men's free skate. Will there be more high drama? For their thoughts, let's send you back to Rod and Tracy.
Well, Dave, last night Elvis Stojko watched Jamie Salé and David Pelche from just beyond our broadcast booth. He was sincerely happy for them, obviously, and offered congratulations afterwards. But there was a look on his face, almost a reckoning that he knew he could not have a moment at this World Championship like they had. It has been a nightmare for Elvis, while it's been a dream for Salé and Pelche. And there have been some thoughts, after watching him skate the other night, some fans probably wondering if this could be the end of the rainbow for Mr. Stojko.
Well, I have to admit, I did think the same thing watching his short program. In fact, I wondered if he has actually lost his triple axel because he was not able to do it so far in the competition. But yesterday in practice, he landed his triple axel and he landed it in combination with a triple toe. Every jump he set out to do, he nailed, including the quad triple double combination. Well, what does that tell us about tonight? It tells us Elvis Stojko has his jumps, and history has shown us if anybody can do it when the chips are down, it's Elvis. But here is what he's up against. Most skaters start competing in October and build and fine-tune to the World Championships. Elvis is skating in his first competition. It's a new program, and he's carrying about 17,000 people on his back. And, Rod, he doesn't want to have to say he's sorry again.
Well, no apologies necessary. He's skating for pride on his 29th birthday tonight. The men to come later. We will begin with the original dance. Marie-France Debray, Patrice Lausanne will watch the Italians who were silver medalists a year ago. Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz, who missed last year's Worlds, are back and dancing well. And the world champions, Marina Anissina and Peizerat. A year ago, at their first World Championships,
a foxtrot quick-step combination.
Marie-France Debray and Patrice Lausanne finished an unthinkable, unheard of 10th. Not many teams can do that. Right now, they have to vault over about 10 teams in this event.
Skating to a foxtrot and then a quick step. This, loved by Nat King Cole, original dance, worth 30% of the total score.
Is for the only one I see. The is very, very extraordinary. Is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you.
Off to a very good start. That foxtrot was beautiful. Great expression. Now the more difficult part of their program. This is the quick step. And here's the key element. Straight line footwork. Yes, made it through the twizzle section. Sequence of footwork, this time in dance hold. Wonderful timing to this dance. They captured the mood and the expression perfectly.
They began the day with 10 teams ahead of them after compulsories. They liked it. The crowd liked it. We are off and dancing at the 2001 Worlds on CTV. The marks that we'll watch for Marie-France Debray and Patrice Lausanne and for the dancers to come. Ooh, a 4.7.
5-1.
This is the weakest part of the dance, the technical aspect. When they get into the difficult steps and the twizzles, they tend to be a little bit tentative, and in the straight line sequence, a bit far apart. They have to give it more punch. They have to be a little sure. And those marks are right. This, the strength of the dance, their presentation, the way they use the music, the way they dance.
Keep in mind that the International Skating Union does not announce the names of the judges nor the nations. However, we will give you those names and nations. There is a Canadian judge on the panel. There is no Russian judge. There is no Italian judge. There is a French judge.
Our next competitors from Italy, Fusar-Poli, Maurizio Margaglio.
The biggest upset at the recently held European Championships came when this team, ranked number 2 in the world, knocked off the world champions, Anissina and Peizerat. Here is Fusar-Poli, Maurizio Margaglio, the world silver medalists from a year ago from Italy.
They are known for their original dances. Last year they won this portion of the competition. They enter now their straight line sequence.
They did win their pool here in the compulsories.
And what makes their original dances so effective is they really play true to the ballroom. They go to world champions in ballroom dance, do very traditional steps and holds. Very effective. They are not looking as sure. That move under his leg was a little bit off. Normally very polished. Here's their diagonal sequence. Note the traditional dance hold. Very good speed and flow throughout this program.
No team has gained more confidence over the last couple of seasons than this team, Fusar-Poli and Margaglio. And it's showing in results. Bourne and Victor. So the marks now for last year's number 2 ranked team in the world.
And these are very beatable marks and quite low for Barbara and Maurizio. Often when they skate, if you watch them from the waist up, they're very impressive because their expression is so sincere and natural, and they float across the ice. If you watch what they're doing with their feet, though, you see there's not a lot of difficulty or content to their choreography. And that, I think, is where they're going to lose out to the French team.
They'll watch now. They are the leaders here in the original dance. Unanimously, number 1 placements from all 9 judges.
Our next competitors from Canada, Bourne, Victor Kratz.
They missed the Worlds a year ago because of injury, so it's comeback time for the 8-time Canadian champion, 4-time world bronze medalists, Bourne and Victor Kratz.
opening with their quick step to jump and jack flash and deploy their feet and never stop. Together and in good unison. Excellent.
Shea and Vic finished second, a tie for second in their compulsories in their pool behind the Italians. Do not adjust your volume. It's coming from General Motors Place. 16,500 on their feet for Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz. In unison, the crowd chanting 6, 6, 6. A team that has had to be reborn, according to Shaylin Bourne.
And this is where they've done most of their work. Technical difficulty. This straight line is much more difficult than what the Italians did technically. A lot of steps, a great twizzle sequence, and both Shaylin and Victor are very strong, talented skaters.
Thank you.
What the Italian had was the traditional ballroom dance style. That's what that program had, and often that's what the European judges want to see first in an original dance. But Shaylin and Victor can be very pleased with the work they've done in that program.
Crowd's not pleased with the marks. 5-4s, 5-5s. Composition marks. That's Nikolai Morozov, choreographer. Also, this team works with Tatiana Tarasova. This team has had more coaches than the Vancouver Grizzlies basketball team.
Well, I think they're on the right track here with the coaching team they have. I do not agree with the first set of marks. I think these skaters, ice dancers, need to be rewarded for technical difficulty.
Crowd doesn't like the marks for presentation, but a message from the judges maybe. We'll take a look at the ordinals right across the board. Right now, second place. They leave some room for the skaters to come. Bourne and Kratz are second behind Fusar-Poli and Margaglio.
Next competitors from France, Marina Anissina, Peizerat.
In bright neon, Marina Anissina, Peizerat, the defending world champions of ice dance. leaders in their pool after compulsories, but a team that was beaten by the Italians after a fall at the European Championships.
This is a program we have not seen before. After the European Championships, they just scrapped their original dance, and here's the new one, skating to Mr. Pinstripe Soup and more. We saw the miss of the straight line sequence in Skate Canada. Made it look easy today.
More than the greatest love the world has known. This is the love I'll give to you alone. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more.
When Bourne and Victor Kratz were winning all of those bronze medals, this was the team they were consistently ahead of, who also now are world champions. Anissina and Peizerat's marks when we come back to the Worlds. So Marina Anissina and Gwendal Peizerat, I thought it was a very lukewarm response from the audience. What kind of a performance was it?
Well, I thought it was actually a lovely performance, but I can see their game plan here. If the Italians are going to win with an uncomplicated, uncluttered, simple routine, why would you knock yourself out with technical difficulty? So they've tried to play the same game, but it comes across as a little bit flat. They're lovely dancers, and this is my concern when the judges don't reward technical difficulty. You're going to have an uninteresting event. You've got to go for the goods, the meat, not just the sizzle.
A team that has had its share of falls in the past that weren't penalized, but they have been recently. Anissina Peizerat are currently in second place.
Our next competitors from Russia, Irina Lobacheva, Averbukh. They have selected a foxtrot quick-step combination.
Before the Worlds began, everybody talked about the battle for gold between the French team and the Italians. The fight for bronze could be between Bourne and Victor Kratz and this team, Irina Lobacheva and Averbukh.
Come on, my husband, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house.
for second with Shaylin and Victor in their qualifying round. Here is their straight line sequence. Interesting that they chose to do it to the slow music, not the content that Shaylin and Victor had. They do hit lovely positions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Over to Vanna. When I hear a band blow a bass beat, I can count on losing my groove. Take me where the rhythm is racy. Let me be a dancing fool. I'll show you some moves and dance, and all that they do. When that crooner starts in the sky, just give me a chance. My tuxedo pants, let's go on a dance,
I like this diagonal sequence of footwork. I like the way they change size and direction. Very effective step sequence there.
Last year, Russia did not make it to the podium at the Dance Worlds for the first time in eons. Lobacheva and Averbukh are trying to get back there. So the marks now for Lobacheva, Averbukh. Critical now for the Canadians, Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz, who are on the bubble in third place.
These are high marks. Looking at their elements, their straight line footwork was not very interesting or difficult. I did think their diagonal footwork was strong, and what they did use, they used more traditional ballroom moves, especially in the traditional waltz hold, which they incorporated throughout the program. And often that's what European judges are looking for first.
There is not a Russian judge on the panel. Presentation marks. The crowd hates this result because the Canadians move into fourth, and the Russian team with no Russian on the panel is now third.
5-7. Thank you.
So a good day for Lobacheva Averbukh, currently in third position. The battle for gold will be between the Italians and French, it looks like. And Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kratz need a big free dance in order to make it to the podium. Marie-France Debray, Patrice Lausanne.